Every time that I think about it, I can't help but feel a certain way. Don't even know how I should feel about it. Still so much I wish I could have said. Still we both know. Yeah, we both know. Some things are better left unsaid, undone, untouched. 'Cause it's better that way. Some things are better left unsaid, undone, untouched. 'Cause it's better that way. Some things are better left unsaid, undone, untouched. 'Cause it's better that way. I have not played that one for a while. I've actually not even sang for a while. But I thought I would I would start this one out this way. By let's make sure that doesn't fall down. I'll just lay it down there. Okay. I haven't sang that on in a while. And when I say a while, I mean a long while, because I haven't had yeah, that looks good. I haven't had the opportunity to sing in a very long while. It makes me sad, but maybe soon. Maybe soon. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. It is 1995 again. Just in case you don't know what I mean by that, I'm an old soul. And being an old soul, I love the air that we used to breathe in 1995. I'm extremely nostalgic tonight, remembering Christmases and sunsets, breaking through the curtains as we celebrated family and celebrated communion, fellowship, and all of those things. And back when friends and family and connecting was still a big deal. You know what I mean? I miss those days because I love long-winded conversations, right? And I completely, totally abhor. I am completely disgusted by small talk, okay? And I love in-depth conversations that go deeper than how's the weather today. You know? That's just, I guess, the era I was born in. I was born in a time where the technology was just being ushered in. The technology that we're experiencing today, like your Googles and your MTVs, and that's the era I was born in. I was born right in the. I'm not gonna tell you my age, just in case you were wondering. For those who know, well, you know, great. But anyone else who's wondering, nope, I'm not saying it here. You can try figure it out, okay? It is 1995 after all, so I can have my privacy, okay? Because it's 1995. Cool. 11 p.m. is the new 1995. We get to connect, get to have this beautiful heart to heart of ours, and just talk. experience each other as human beings. It is Friday, and I guess that's how I want Fridays to be days filled with music and joy and all these nice things, and just freer conversation, not heavy-hearted conversation like I did yesterday and all of that. I really just want to check in and say, hey guys, still here, still smiling, and still lifing, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, what do I have on my mind today? What do you have on your mind today? I am just gonna give an eye to our chat. If you are watching us live today, please go ahead and shoot us a few questions and we can talk about that. We can talk about absolutely anything that you want to talk about, just in case you are in the live chat and in the live space and in the live, whatever you would like to call it, on our interwaves. Just quickly making sure that I am able to see our chat today. Our 1995 chat, okay? So, yeah, go ahead, shoot me a question, shoot me a topic, whatever you would like to discuss. I am down and keen for it. Let me just quickly type in here saying, hey, if you are just joining us, it is 1995 and your thoughts will not get you cancelled. So please share them. Okay, with an exclamation mark too. Great. There we go. It's in the chat. And I should pin it. I should probably pin it to the top. Great. If you're just joining us, it is 1995 and your thoughts will not get you cancelled. What do I have on my mind today? I have a lot. But what am I willing to share? Now that's the question. My day today was it comprised of a lot of introspection, as a normal day in my life, I guess, does. Yesterday we were talking about appreciating the negatives in our lives and how they make the positives even more positive for us. But today I wanted to go over the positives, the memories, the memories that shape us, you know, these good times that the good old days that we're living in today. You know, we take for granted just how good the good old days are whilst we are in these good old days, you know? And that makes me sad. Makes me quite sad. Let me just make sure that we are getting sound here and not just babbling whilst nothing is coming through to the other side of the world. Okay. Sounds like we are. And I will trust that we are. Great. I was talking about the memories, the positive memories that shape us and make us who we are. The childhood memories that steer our choices and who we perceive ourselves to be. You know, the negative ones, the positive ones. But I wanted to focus more on the positive memories. Like, for me, one would be New Year and Christmas. Those were great times. That's a feeling and a time that I long to recreate almost always. Let me quickly adjust this. I long to recreate the New Year's and the Christmases of 2000 and 2001. Let's quickly fix that. This is an interesting, what do they someone call it today, isn't it? Sorry, technical malfunction again, as is usual in these sorts of things. There we go. I was talking about the feelings of the New Year's and Christmases of yesteryears. It felt like everything was in VHS back then. Like very saturated colors and high emotion, and it felt pure and real and not so fabricated like today. Like even our interactions feel fabricated. Everything feels almost as though it is forced or created or engineered, And I miss the days where playing outside was an actual thing, you know. Yes, the world was still dangerous and all of that, but I still do miss the days where you could just go outside and strangers wouldn't nab you off the streets like today. Well, they still would because there were still creepos back then. And I miss the days when I could afford lollipops. These days, you can barely afford even a lollipop, bro. It's tough, this growing up thing. But let's talk through maybe the transition, the transition between adulthood, between childhood and adulthood, and how how little of how little we are warned about the disaster that comes after you've just crossed that bridge. And also the fact that we're not warned that there's no going back. Like if I had known that once you cross this bridge, you can't go back, I would not have rushed as much as I did to be grown up. Because wow, it has been quite a jarring experience becoming an adult. These things that they didn't warn us about, and things that we as youngsters would sit there and think to ourselves, like, if I was you, this is me speaking to an older person, I would do this and I would do that because I knew the answers. And how come they're rich and we're not rich? Now I know. Now I know. Now I know exactly why they have money and we don't. I know exactly why they get Christmas clothes and we don't. All of these things are starting to make sense now. Because it's rough out here, man. It's rough. And the more I start to adult, the more I appreciate the efforts that my parents and the elders around me made. The more I appreciate the little things that they were able to provide for us that we took for granted, um, things like I don't know, food on the table. That's a big deal. Being an adult right now, hey man, we are barely eating, okay? But hey, God's doing it somehow. And oh wow, look, guys. Here's so I just figured. Sorry, you're gonna have to forgive me sometimes in the middle of like my thoughts. My train of thought, I do get distracted. But look at that's pretty cool. Okay, I just discovered that now. Now there's two me's. Hey, two me's. Okay, let's get past that. I was talking about how appreciating things like um food and getting food, how much I appreciate that now because of how hard it is to provide, right? And realizing how hard it is to provide, that's making me more and more appreciative of you know of the times where I was being a little, I mean, I understand now that I was being a little brat, complaining about things that went such a big deal. You know what I mean? Made me sad just now. But anyway, I am glad that I have people around me nonetheless who go before me and are able to reach out a hand and say, hey, youngin, this is how it's supposed to be done, and correct me when I'm going a little off course. You know, I have people who've been there, done that, who are willing to exhaust some of their energy on my stubborn self, and I appreciate that. But this transition, it's been a difficult one. I can tell you that. It's been a very difficult one for me personally because I've had to change a lot of ideas that I held true, right? And a lot of ideas that I cling to, even like ideas of right and wrong, and ideas of it's mostly ethical ideas. You know, a lot of them are having to change as far as how I view the world and how I view what's right and what's wrong, and how I view fairness. It's like, okay, despite the fact that this is fair or unfair, good, basically, what I'm trying to say is bad things happen to good people and good things happen to bad people. That was the hardest thing to grasp in my adulting transition. It's the fact that no matter how good you try to be, bad things will still happen to you. And no matter how far off you are on the bad side of the spectrum, good things still can happen to you. And sometimes it does tend to seem like good things only happen to like bad people. But I'm starting to realize maybe even our criteria about who's bad and let's specify it. My criteria of who's bad and who's not bad is it might be faulty, because in my mind the impatient were bad people. In my mind, the aggressive people were bad people. And the more that I grow up, it's like, hey man, you need to fend for yourself. But I am also learning that line between fending for yourself and doing it in an ethical way, it's very, very easy to cross over. It just got a hell lot abstract there. But I'm saying, in essence, adulting is hard, man. It's harder than I thought, you know. And we used to sit there and be like, when I grow up, I'm gonna, all of those things. And definitely, I still can and I still will be all my when I grow ups. And I intend to give it everything that I've got to get to my when I grow ups. But simple as it is, it isn't it's a very roundabout journey. It isn't as straightforward. As simple as it isn't as straightforward as I would think or I thought it was. Turns out there's a lot more ups and downs, lefts and rights. Because we all thought that when you go into an enterprise like starting out in business, it's like the same day that you open your business is the same day that you get your first customer, and it's the first day that you make your first sale, and it's the first day that you're the millionaire. Like that, we all have these ideas, and then you go into business and it's like, oh no, the rain came and no one came to the store, or oh no, this and that other challenge, and it's challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge, and you have to make the best of these challenges and learn from them and grow from them. That's the part that has been the most shocking. It's like the challenges are part of the journey. They are part of the growth. They are part of the very thing that we wanted. The very when I grow up that I'm chasing. The challenges are a part of it. Because in a situation where when I grow up and I didn't get the opportunity to go through the challenges, I won't appreciate it as much. This is true even for some things that I've been through in this past or I have received in this past year. Um, the things that didn't have mm, didn't have sacrifices attached to them. Those things those things became extremely underwhelming when I finally achieved them or got them. And the things that took blood, sweat, and tears, uh, those things, those things are the things that I held on to. Right? Let's quickly fix that so that you guys don't cuss me out. But anyway, this is a long-winded way of just saying that I I miss the good old days. I miss being a child, but nonetheless, can't go back. There's no turning back, and I'm sad about that. But that's what's been on my mind today. Um, I hope you have enjoyed having this or hearing my thoughts, basically. I really, I really hope so. But that's me for the night. It was great catching up. Hopefully, I'm not gonna do one of these over the weekends because I like to take rest over the weekends, and that's what that time is dedicated to. But once again, it is 1995, and you can come and share your thoughts here because 1995 there was no such thing as canceling. All of our opinions mattered. So yeah, even if they offended people, this is that space. But anyway, this is I was saying. Look at me mixing thoughts. I like to take rest over the weekends, and so I won't be doing one of these on Saturday and on Sunday, but on Monday for sure, 11 p.m. still is the new 1995. Okay. So, yeah, I hope you have a good weekend. I hope you have a good night, and I will see you on Monday. I might not share a song on Monday, but I'm gonna reserve that for Fridays. What do we think? Like I'll only like share a song before I start on Fridays, and we can have like open discussion like this. But in the weekdays, we'll see. We'll see what spice we can add to that. It has been Falu, and it's been amazing speaking to you. I will see you in the next one. Oh, I should play a song.